Okay, so I'm standing toward the middle of the bridge. You can see that there are the joists that go across, okay? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Of those 8 joists, I would say 5 are probably fine-ish. I mean, none of them are perfect, but there's some wear on this guy. But I think the one on the end is probably a B plus. This one here is probably A minus or maybe a B plus, and that one's a C. This one's an F, okay? Because if you look, like when I put my foot on it, it's fully rotted out. If you look over here, the profile, it's just not really sturdy. The middle one, not bad at all. Next middle one, fine. This next one here is not in as bad a shape as the other one, but it's of the other older beam. You can see it's been sistered and that there's boards on either side of it, but it's holding it up. I don't think you need to replace that necessarily, but it's certainly not in the best condition. This one is just 2 sistered boards, but it's sturdy enough. You can, like, I'm putting my weight on it, it's fine. And this one on the end is fine. So like about 5 of those boards are fine. What I was talking about from a standpoint of the lilt, you can kind of see it here, higher on this side, lower on that side. That's because there's a bit of a shift underneath. If you look at the abutment on this side, the abutment on this side has degraded quite a bit. And I think by the degradation of the abutment, see how that board's sort of like no longer parallel, that big board that's underneath everything, that's sort of almost cemented in a way. That sort of moved out on this side. There's more distance on this side of the bridge than there is on that side of the bridge from that board. So my thought is that's probably moved out some, which has caused a bit of this bending. But also, you can see this board here, which is super duper solid. This is what sort of is the board that is driven into the ground, I believe, or at least cemented in as the sort of structure for the abutment. All of the boards almost all of them have all separated from it. And you can see that there were nails at one point that were in there. And that was like that when we first took the first board off on this side. You could see that it started separating. So my thought was that the abutment on this side is weaker than the abutment on that side. And the abutment on that side isn't so bad. I can take a walk over and show you. There's just like old tires and crap in there that we just got to clean out. But see, so it's not so bad here. They're all connected, etc. My concern was that if you were taking a tractor across this bridge, you would come to this here and then have this giant hill to go up, which would be not the end of the world, but it would not be ideal, especially if you have a load. So my thought was, let's take that abutment's height and then bring the bridge to match it, which would then bring these boards to match it as well. And once you get these top decks off, the deck boards that are going across, it's not really all that heavy. It's just the deck is what's holding it. So all in all that to be said, what I think would be right now, as I'm evaluating this, as I take each one of these boards off, what I think is probably the best way to go about this is, and at least like science fair, is to get the rest of the deck off. Then look online to see what kind of boards are available, and either use metal braces like we have on the swing set there to brace to 16-foot boards, or like a 16, maybe a 4x4x16 or something like that. Some real hefty, a couple of those real hefty logs. And I think you're going to be in a position where it's going to be, we can use these other logs that are like the 5 that are okay. And with a couple of new logs and be fine for a long time. But I don't know that we can really salvage. I mean, that one is really rotten out. and the wood is just coming right out of that one in particular. So, okay, hopefully that's not too annoying. I'm just trying to be thoughtful about it so we don't have to do this all over again in a couple of years.